Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. I am pretty booked out at the moment, and I'm also they're quite far out, and the spaces are limited at the moment, and the reason being I'm currently working on 2 projects for the channel, and they're taking pretty much all of my time and energy, so that's why. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. If the cards will get into sequence for me. Right, so this week you have the Fool card as your key to the week. So new things, places, people and energy. This is, whenever I see the Fool card, I'm always reminded that we're given a fresh slate in some respect. And the fact that you have the Fool card here in your as your key to the week means in a lot of ways you are moving in new directions this week. Maybe you're considering things that you haven't considered in a long time, or maybe you are deciding to go in a new direction. Whenever this card shows up, it means that something in our lives is not going to be the same again. We're going in a completely different direction, or we're moving on a different path. And what I love about this card is it tends to be those fated moments of destiny that show up in our lives that we didn't really anticipate, that we didn't really, we didn't plan for. They just kind of show up for us. In our for your actions and options this week, you have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm never surprised to see this card for you, especially in this position, because Capricorns are some of the hardest working people in the world. Yes, I said it to those of you that are cross watchers and haters and all the rest of it. I don't care. Capricorn is one of the hardest working signs out there. If you don't, you know what, if you want to, you can sue me, whatever, I don't care. Let me just put that out there, right? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles is a beautiful card because this is very often about the rewards, but it's also about where we acknowledge the beauty, the harmony and the ease in our lives, and it's the results and the rewards of hard work and effort that we've put in. If you've been on a weight loss journey, this could be a week where you start to see the results. If you have been eliminating certain foods from your diet because they're not good for your health, this could be where you're feeling better than you have in a long time. If you've been working on a project behind the scenes, or even in your job, and you've given it literally everything that you possibly could, this is the week where you step back and you go, wow, you know what, I'm almost done and I'm really happy with the results up until this point. Your 9 of Pentacles as well could also, for a lot of you, this could see you starting to think now long and hard about what your material future wants, needs, goals, shapes and desires actually look like. This is about you really saying to yourself, okay, where is it that I'm going to go from here? And more importantly, what are the steps that I need to put in place now? What are the action steps that I need to put in place now in order to have the future that I envision for myself in the longer term? For your communications and conversations, you have the Hanged Man right underneath the Fool card. This is not a week for you to share your ideas or your projects. This is not a week for you to put the feelers out on something. Whatever it is that you're working on behind the scenes, when it comes to new things or what some of these action steps are, these are not the things that you should be sharing this week. So when it comes to communications and conversations, this is a week to keep yourself to yourself, I'm sorry to say. This is, it could be as well that some of you are taking a new direction when it comes to your spiritual life. This could see you really focused on what it is that what it is that you want to implement when it comes to spirituality, how religion, spirituality, how the metaphysical world speaks to you. This could be a really powerful week for that. You could have a big realization about what spirituality actually means to you and what you're prepared to do about it, and not, what you think about it and what you believe, like where you're actually putting the energy into a practice and what that looks like for you. For your money and materials, you have the Nine of Swords right underneath the Nine of Pentacles. So 2 nines in the tarot represents being in receipt of something. And you've got the Nine of Swords. So it looks like either some big purchase that you are making, or, you know, maybe ready to make. It kind of feels like this week, maybe if you've made a big purchase this week, you could see that, oh crap, you know what, I'm going to need to get it looked at. Or do you know what I mean? It's like something with it is not quite right. Excuse me. Remember, with your Nine of Swords as well, this can very often be about worry, anxiety, stress or fear. And because it comes up here with the Hanged Man, what I will say to you is a lot of your anxieties, fears and frustrations could be unfounded. So this is a week where you really want to keep your, you know, do what you, well, I say do what you do best. I mean, when you see goats, you see them halfway up a mountain, like that's practically vertical. But this is a week where you are going to have to keep your feet on the ground when it comes to money, when it comes to finances. It could be that there's something that you want to do in the home or for the home and the money isn't there for it. Or the money that you've put away in order to do something for the home or buy something for the home is swallowed up by something else. Just trust that it's unfolding the way that it needs to. When it comes to your health and vitality this week, it's really important because you've got the Nine of Swords underneath the Nine of Pentacles. This is definitely, you know, burning the midnight oil. It's working very hard throughout the day with very little rest. Like this week you could be running on fumes when it comes to energy, and you know, you need to find a way to revitalize yourself. But more importantly, you need to find ways to rest. You need to find ways to really recoup some of the losses that you're making when it comes to your energy, especially on a physical level. For your love and relations, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is lovely. So for those of you that are single, this could be you meeting somebody, but this is you meeting somebody through either work, maybe through your job, maybe through your business. It could be as well that you are, and it could be for some of you that you're meeting somebody somewhere really mundane. Like this could be, you know, on your way to the shops. It could be at a doctor's surgery. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be in a really mundane, very practical sort of place. For those of you that are partnered and single, it looks at partnered, even long-term relationship, married, it looks like your partner could have taken a hit to their health and may very well need your support this week. I don't see them being sick for long, but I will say this, it's vital that they take the rest now in order to not have to take a lot longer at a later point. And, you know, interestingly enough, I said to you that your own vitality this week, that your own energy levels running on fumes, it may be because you're having to look after or support somebody else. And if that is the case, always very admirable, but it's important that you fill your own cup as well, right? You can't give from an empty cup, as they say. So this week, just be aware of that, all right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. I send you so many blessings for the path ahead. I hope this week passes quickly if it doesn't pass well. Take care, and I'll see you soon.